Hi guys, this is Jason with FPV Model. What we're going to talk about today is the RmileC long-range UHF system. Let's go ahead and take a look and open the box. You really only have four major things here. One is a package with the antenna. Another one has the the transmitter. This one is for a JR style bay. So it's also the one we're going to show you how to hook up later on. Here we have notice a little blue square mount in here. You're just going to snap this out of place and it will mount on your transmitter handle. We'll show you that later. This cable that you see that runs here connects from the antenna to the transmitter. And then you're going to have your receiver. Now this particular receiver has some long wires on it for the UHF system. This is going to help increase your range. Now, in order to get your V set up, whenever you mount on your plane, it's also going to come with two plastic tubes. And this will allow you to mount your antenna in the V position. So rather than just showing you a package, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you mine. And once I show it to you, I'm going to show you how to set it up, bind the transmitter to the receiver, and then I'll also go ahead and show you how to set the fail-safe on it. Okay, so once you get everything out of the bubble wrap, you're going to have your receiver. And this particular receiver here is the NB18. It is an 18-channel UHF receiver. So once you get everything up and running, you can actually control 18 different channels from your transmitter. So let's go ahead and show you how to set everything up. Your receiver is going to plug in just like it usually would. Now, as for the transmitter module, this is going to plug directly into the back of your radio. When ordering it, keep in mind that there are two modules. One is for a JR style bay, the other one is for a Futaba style bay. Now the Taranis has a JR style bay, so we're using the JR style module here. And the cable just connects directly to the transmitter, runs up and connects to the mount that I had mentioned. Also, your antenna will connect to this mount here. Now keep in mind, whenever you mount it like this and you're out flying, it will actually keep the antenna in the ideal position for long range flying. You do not want the antenna facing outwards like this directly towards your plane. You actually get a better signal by using the full length of the antenna. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to actually bind the receiver to the transmitter. Okay, so with the receiver, the first thing you're going to want to do is bind it to the transmitter. Now we have the jumper here, so we're going to plug that into the RSSI output. That is also the location where you plug in your bind jumper. So with that, we're now going to connect the power. So now the receiver is on, and in the back, our RmileC transmitter, we are going to have the output, the rate, and the fail-safe all switched to the low position, and for the fail-safe it is the off position. So now we're going to press the utility button and turn the transmitter on.
Welcome to Taranis.
Once you turn the transmitter on, you have to hold the utility button down for 5 seconds or longer. So there it goes. Now we turn the button off and we shut the transmitter off. So now we turn it back on.
Welcome to Taranis.
And it is set. That is how you bind the RmileC transmitter. So once we do that, now we will disconnect the power here and unplug the jumper. And our receiver is ready to go. So we will go ahead and show you how to connect it to an autopilot and then show you how the fail-safe works. Okay, so once we have the receiver bonded to the transmitter, we're going to set the fail-safe. Now, I have everything turned on here because what I'm doing is I'm recording, and through the Fat Shark goggles, I'm recording this video so later on I can show you how you can tell whenever your fail-safe, how to verify that your fail-safe is set correctly. So, also keep in mind the screen is going to be black because I have the lens cap on the camera. This will help ensure that all of the white lettering on the autopilot is clear and easy for you guys to read. So, what we're going to do is we're going to
Welcome to Toronto's.
Turn the transmitter on, and we're going to come to the back. Now, right now, in order for the in order to set the fail-safe, you must ensure that the dip switch is turned on. So go ahead and set that. Make sure it's turned on, and then what we're going to do is we have to put the radio. This one, all of my channels are preset, so I'm going to make sure that the radio is in auto balance mode, and I'm also going to make sure that it is set for return to home. And with it set to return to home, I can see that my lights on the autopilot are flashing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this button down for just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you do that, the red light on your receiver will go out and then it will come back on. Once it does that, it means that the fail-safe is set. So I'm going to turn the radio off. I'm going to put my switch back in the null position, and then I am going to turn it on.
Welcome to Toronto's.
Okay, now once the radio is on, what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to turn the radio off. Okay, so now that the radio is off, I want to give you a look at the DVR here. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen where it says ABM, and now it says NGACM, that is auto circle mode. Although we are entering into return to home, since the AP is right next to me, it's just going to say auto circle. Now the radio is back on and it moved to ABM. So I'm going to turn the radio off and you will see that it moves back to auto circle mode again. Now with doing that, I'm now going to remove the lens. I just put this lens on this camera, so I need to adjust the focus. So I'm going to take a moment to adjust the focus a little bit. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like whenever you can see the transmitter as I'm turning it off and on. So we're almost there. Give me one moment to adjust that, and that's good enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will turn the transmitter back on, and if you look at auto circle mode, you will now see it move back to ABM. So it's on, and now I'm going to turn it off, and you will see it move to auto circle mode. Let's go ahead and do it again and turn the transmitter on. And when we turn it on and it starts receiving the signal again, you will see that it moves right back to ABM, which is the auto balance mode. And since the radio has a signal, you can control it how you want. Once it's off, it'll go right back to return to home. So if you have any problems with signal, it will automatically return to home for you.